Hello and welcome everyone to part 52 of the Empire Total War Maratha Confederacy Let's Play with Darthmod. We continue going through an intern phase now. I've spent all the money that we had at the end of that last part, mainly on road infrastructure upgrades in India and upgrading some more craft workshops. Our economy should just get to a redonkulous point in the next few turns. I still don't know if this is going to be the operation against Austria this part. I've got a few more armies that I'm still just moving to my border because this is going to be such an epic invasion. I've moved up all my forces from Tripoli, from the Barbary States. We've moved them up and we've landed them in Austrian territory. I'm not moving them up to cities though because I'm going to play it fair. I'm not going to go stand next to each city like we did with the Ottomans. And again, with the Ottomans, that was very much about because they had this kind of weird, buggy, glitchy behaviour of spamming out lots of tiny little armies. That's why I wanted to annihilate them in one go. With the Austrians, we're going to wait on the border and then we're going to flood in. So, I don't know if we're going to start invading this turn. If we have, then the title of this video will be Operation... Well, Austria is winning at the moment, but... the link to the vote will still be in the description if this isn't Operation Austria. So if you don't see Operation Austria in the title of this video, then that means that we don't attack the Austrians this turn. But part 53 is, I can almost 110% guarantee it. I'd say like 99% I can guarantee that part 53 will be the invasion of Austria. Just because there's like 2 armies that I'm still moving up. And just depends how many... turns we can quickly get through in this to at least begin it. But at the moment, Operation Austria is winning over Operation Austriannihilation. But again, if the title of this video isn't Operation Austria, then you guys have another chance to vote if you haven't already done so down in the description between Austria and Austriannihilation. Thanks for all the suggestions for operations against the Dutch. I'm not going to kind of share them in this episode just yet, but feel free to keep them coming if you haven't already shared one, and I'll look back through the last few videos when it comes to naming that operation. Probably choose my top 2 or 3 and let you guys vote on which one. Now the Dutch are coming to kill me here with their fleet. I'm actually going to flee from them here, because I've got first rates, but they can still do a lot of damage to me. Of course, I'm going to sail actually towards them rather than to my own port. Why does that make sense to go... Well, you're actually sailing towards them. That is an impressive movement range. Now you're just going to be hit by this navy, you pillocks. You are my first rates. Ah, son of an actual bitch. I'm going to auto-resolve this because I don't think I've got a chance of winning this. You saw how poor my naval prowess was in that last one. Oh my god, we somehow won. What do we manage to get? What are our prizes? A brig and a second rate. I'm going to take the second rate. I'm going to leave the brig. I'm going to take the prize money from that. Oh my god. How? Fair enough. I mean, I am first rate, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to have to pull that fleet now all the way back. God damn it. Why'd you flee that way? Oh, Dutch, please sail to Corsica and finish off the French. Please. I need you to finish them off. Oh, the Dutch Navy's here. Oh, no. Oh, damn, I didn't leave any unit there. Balls. Please go and sail to France and kill them. Please, 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 please. That would be, like, beyond amazeballs. Like, I love you long times. Come on. Hello. I'll make noises. I make noises. Spain. What are you doing? I only had too much confrontation with you. I had to make peace with you at one point though, didn't I? I think you got dragged into a war which I didn't want you in. I think? Or have we been kind of friends of friends? Because you're friends with France, and whenever I see you at the parties, you kind of give me a sup, but that's about it. We don't really... We're kind of friendly, but, we could hang out, totally. But, I don't even know your name, man. We're not even on first name basis. What's that about? You're just like that Spanish dude. What? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go back drinking my tea. I'm trying to fill the dead air. Spain spanking the Austrians there. With an army in that fleet as well. Well, that's good. Then I know they must be friendly to me because they hate them Austrians. Because they be fighting them. Venezia. You can see that's where I plonked all of my Marathan Barbary States forces. So you can see they're ready. They're ready to invade. They're just on a reconnaissance force. It's like a training camp where we were. The Empress is gonna. I'd like it if a humble pair can build this in, but the Austrians wanted to offer military service as a sign of respect for Marathan prowess after our impressive conquest of the old Austrian enemy of the Ottomans by offering to drill several of our armed forces in the European infantry drills. So we sent up our Barbary States armies. They were kind of relatively green forces and with relatively inexperienced generals. Despite a successful campaign in the Barbary States, they were always keen on proving their worth. So the Lord of Generals saw this as an opportunity to gain a small foothold, ready for the unstoppable might of the Marathan invasion. And again, the Austrians, while concerned by the size of the Marathan forces on their borders, were assured by the Empress herself that this was merely a Marathan celebratory show of force, not to the Austrians, as they were their allies, but to the rest of the world, and particularly the Dutch that lay beyond the Maratha's borders, the other side of the Austrian borders, that these forces would soon be coming for them, because, of course, a land route through Austrian lands is possible thanks to the generous hospitality and military access the Austrians have provided Maratha. So, at this time, while slightly uneasy by the forces on the border, Austria itself has a large number of forces, so it doesn't feel too concerned. How do you guys like that for a little bit of roleplay history there? How's that? Yeah. Darthmod can do it too. No! And now more than ever, the Austrians feel they must uphold the final wishes of the Marathan Empress. Tharabe I has died. The Queen, the Empress, has passed. She saw the creation of a mighty, united Indian Empire, spanning from India through to Europe. She has passed on. National leader dies. So we have a new leader. But her final wishes, and now so the Austrians almost feel embarrassed that they even entertained the notion that the Marathan armies on the border could be for anything else but for honouring that last agreement that the Empress brokered with the Austrian Empire. And now they wish to expand and, open their arms, hospitality, allow the Marathan armies to come through Austria and go for the Dutch. And they will offer military and financial backing. In fact, they've already made quite a generous donation that a monument to Tharabe may be built in Satara. And they still extend a huge welcome to the four armies arrayed to the west of Croatia, ready to receive training in the European infantry drills. So, she has passed. I wonder if it will come up saying us who our new leader is. Oh, we've got another... national leader dies. Agent recruited. A new national leader. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Public servant has died. New town emerges in Persia. Craft workshop. National leader Raghanath I. We have a new king. Ceremony in the capital city of Satara. This nation has crowned a new king, a new emperor. Raghanath I. Let's take a look. There he is. He's 53 because his mother lived for a very, very long time. Absolute monarchy. He is married to a Tharabe. I can't check her age, but she is many years younger than the aging king, the aging emperor. But she was named Tharabe after the great empress, his own mother. And in fact, many of their children are named after the great empress. It is now an incredibly popular name, common name. And the empress, in her lifetime, was pleased that so many children were named after her. She was glad that her wisdom and knowledge would live on in many other Tharabes. But it is now to her son that we look, to see how he will lead. He has reasonable management. He's a good man. Let's see if he can lead the Marathans on to greater heights than ever before, and make his mother's legacy even more. Now, you guys have also told me that the Marathans can get 64-pounder guns, and I initially dismissed these and was thinking, oh no, no, we can't possibly get larger guns than 24. I think it's only the Ottomans that can get large guns. But I was wrong. It's Atara, and it's Atara only. After upgrading to the military engineer school, we can get 64-pounder great guns. And now it all comes back to me. I'm like, yes, of course, they had the great guns. So, we're going to be spamming these guys out like there's no tomorrow. I assume there's a limit on them. We're going to have to wait 5 turns to get them anyway. Of course, it would be wonderful to have these against the Austrians, but I think we're probably going to need maybe 1 or 2 more turns now to finish off the maneuvers before we get into position. And then we're going to begin Operation Ousttria. So this is probably going to be titled something along the lines of, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to put the passing of the Empress or something like that, but I don't know if that'll be too give too much away. Sometimes I like to be direct with the title names. I'll have to have a think about it. I think if it was something subtle, then surprise, she dies. But yes. So we're going to build up a load of these cannons ready for our operation against the Dutch, most likely. So Ousttria, unless Annihilation wins, or it's a last-minute comeback. We're I've got Elephant Musketeers now. Nice. We can have 8 of them. I'm going to spam you guys out. Yeah, it looks like Ousttria is well, it's most certainly next part now. In fact, let's get those armies moving that need to be in position. So it's these guys here, because we just needed another army. We've got 2 of them here. We need 3 to effectively take these guys. These guys one-shot kill Crimea. You're going to be there in another turn, 2 turns before you can even move. So it's going to be 3 turns before you guys can go. I think if even if we're not ready to kick off Ousttria, Operation Ousttria in the next part, I'm going to do it anyway. We need to build an ashram there, actually. We're gonna. I'll just play some extra parts in my own time. That's what I think I'll do. Right, so we've got all these armies coming over now. Into Istanbul, please, and then forward you go. You need those 2 units to come out because you're taking all those cavalry units. Now you're ready for war. Another army along the border. You will go and report to Pasalka, the border. These guys, you need artillery, which was coming here. We've still got loads of cavalry, so you can still go out because there's another unit of cannon that wants to go in you. Then this army is ready for war. I have to go through Austrians' lands, actually, because there's a faster road that side of the border. These guys there. This lot, you're pretty even anyway. You got the Sildar Lancers. I might change you out for the heavier Lancers anyway. Over here. And you've got Camel Nomads, which are actually pretty reasonable, so I'll just swap the two in. You've got 2 artillery pieces, plenty of infantry. We have now arrived ready here at this border because there's so many of them, so many big clashes. I mean, there's going to be, to start with, guys, I think, well, first part of Operation Austria, well, what I'm going to do is actually, I know for the Operation Otto Gone, we did it in an hour special. I think for this, we'll make it so that there are 2 hour specials within the next set of parts, as it were. One at part 55 and one at part 60. So the first part of Operation Austria may not be an hour special. So expect there to be a little, well, quite a high chance that it will be 1 big, huge battle, maybe 2, and a little bit of campaign map action for the next few parts. Then we'll see some big progress come part 55, and again at part 60, if it's still going on. But I reckon we can have squashed the Austrians by then. We'll fight, obviously, some battles. We'll auto-resolve others. But we'll see how things are gonna go. Build that up there. Alright, we got all these armies here. They mourn for their Empress. They're going to move into the cover of the trees. Just here. But they'll stay relatively within the confines of the port and the peninsula, which means it's a perfect training ground for the infantry drills, which they're here to receive. So that's where they're staying. For now, they won't move any further than that. I need to go get my little fleet. It's not so big now. Ah, Denmark. We were going to go kill you at some point, weren't we? Little Denmark, allied to Prussia and Great Britain. Let's take a look. Have you got any forces? You got full stack? Many full stacks, but not too many. I'll go take you out at Reykjavik at some point. But first, oh my god, look at the distance I got to travel. Yeah, we can. You know what? I'm going to send you guys over to the Americas. In fact, because there's Dutch stirring going on over there. They're trying to cause problems for us. So. Tripoli, how you doing? You're fine for now. You guys have also suggested I build up some Kurdish hillmen when I can. Or Afghan hillmen. Great that. Can't build Afghan hillmen in Afghanistan. Interesting. I probably don't have this upgraded. Is this something I need to upgrade? I know we've got the Gurkhas here. I'm going to upgrade that actually because I want to spam out Gurkhas because they're the last of the melee infantry that I can really throw out everywhere. In fact, we'll start building these guys up, ready for the armies against France. Afghan hillmen, just armed peasantry. No. Do I need to upgrade you again to get Afghan? I doubt, well, down here, certainly not. Not the right region for it. See everything else that we're trying to upgrade. What's that? That's that. Does research? No, we don't need that. We'll just go for wealth, please. Actually, that's something I should probably convert in loads of settlements then as well. Looking to upgrade everything that I can. Go on, yeah, we'll build up the Ashram a little bit. Yeah, building all of our bits here. Mysor's doing well. I can still get Hindu warriors from here. I should probably spam out a few more. Haven't done anything there. State capital. Yep, that one. Oh, I need to upgrade that road. You're all armed peasants. Where can I get my hillmen then? Armed peasantry. Ah, here we go. Kurdish hillmen. There we go. These are the ones you guys suggested me getting as well, because they are 200 men and they've got 45 accuracy. The only thing is, I don't know if these guys have fire by rank or not. No, so they're skirmish troops, basically. So you guys were saying, like, get them, because they'll be better than the Hindu warriors. But I'm not sure if, despite the extra accuracy, if they will actually be better, because they won't have fire by rank. So we'll see. We shall see. Ba 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 ba. We were moving this guy. Was he going for another? Is he going for turn 1? Where was I going to send you? I'll take the little Zebek. Pop you in, boy. Ding 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 ding. Right, let's actually throw you over here because I want to see what they've got here because that's what I can't see at the moment. Let's throw the thuggy out there. It's actually interesting that Tharabe died this part. I literally just read Humble Pear's comment saying, oh, I'm bracing myself for it. I'm getting more and more concerned by every part when we don't see her passing. These guys have still got to move. That's kind of slowing me up for Operation Austria, those guys, because I've got the army ready for them. Have it ready here. In fact, I need to know if these guys can actually survive if I take this lot out. Yes, they can. Oh, hurry up, man! Also got a few extra reinforcements, but we're going to do it proper. I mean, look at the amount of income. What's my highest? Can I see what my lists? Can I see regions? What is earning me the most? Yeah, let's take a look at this. So, it's Moscow, Muscovy, Anatolia, Carnatia. Oh, Arcot, okay. So I know some of these settlements by their region name rather than their actual city name, which is, yeah. 10k on a fair few of them. Yeah, Tripoli, Komi. Yeah, makes sense. Jerusalem. Oh, we should probably look to increase your wealth quite a bit. Although you don't have many buildings here. No, you literally have enough for the ashram, and that's it. No villages left. Dang. Damn, boy. Damn, son. Right. Right. That little fleet. Let's pop you back here to block anything coming at us that's nasty. In fact, you guys can join that little fleet there. Although actually, no, I remember there's something else I want to do. Little Zebek, you've got a little mission still to do, which is to scout the force, Austrian force down here. Yeah, so they've got more than just one, which I've only deployed one army towards at this time. I mean, we could redirect this army here, and then 2 there, and then it's just going to be 2 here. I mean, we've got a lot of armies here. We can send one up that way. That might be better, which would actually free these guys up. In any case, I'm going to move these guys along so that they can meet up. I'll allow you guys to decide what we do with this army. If we meet here at the bridge and then we go, in which case Austria is ready to go. Probably not this next turn that we're about to go into, but the turn after that. Oh, it's ready. Unleash Tharabe's fury. On the subject of titles, should we be calling our new leader a king or an emperor? Tharabe was an empress over the glorious Marathan Empire. I kind of feel like he should be an emperor. Self-styled, of course. And it doesn't matter if no one else recognises his imperial right or title. We have a large enough empire to adequately persuade anyone that feels more than satisfied with the legitimacy of said title. I forgot to move a unit into that port. Oh, it looks like the Dutch are readying themselves. Please just bring a ship and take all those forces over to Corsica. Please, 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 and finish off the French. Because I'll only need to send a couple of stacks over and they'll wipe them out. I would love it if you would. Please, Dutch, please. Oh, come on, you're gathering these forces here, but please say you've got the sense in you to enable invasion. I really want to see that happen. I really want to see it happen. Maybe I'm potentially holding them off from doing that because maybe they're actually gathering forces because they see that I've landed nearby, further to the east. But we shall see. See what kind of an impact I'm having on them. Let's get through this end turn phase and then probably draw this part to a close. But we are now, oh, so now ready. On the cusp of Austria. If that's to be its name, it will be down in the description, that voting poll, that straw poll. So you can still vote one more time. This episode, as you will have seen, is not Operation Austria. I really, in a way, I kind of want to just be like the, I don't know, end of the Empress. But then that's, because with that, it's kind of like, shock and awe value is pretty good and will probably draw a lot of you in. But at the same time, you'll be like, oh no, what, she died? So it's kind of like how, it's always kind of 50-50, I feel. This may well be called End of an Empress. Or it might have Empress in the title of some kind. Again, I don't know. I have to begin my creative thought process for creating said titles. Sometimes I quite like the blatant spoiler that's given in the title, because it's more like, oh, what, that happened, but how? And that's why you're like, oh, I want to watch. But also, appreciate some of you don't like spoilers, but I mean, it would have been a totally different Star Wars if it had been called something else rather than Force Awakens. I won't ruin it in case anyone hasn't seen it yet. But, I mean, we've got to be probably coming close to the point where it's totally acceptable to say what happened in that film. Rebellion! Again! When isn't there a sodding rebellion? I'm going to take all these guys and take them down. And they're going to get reinforced by everyone, so... Which is annoying, because I don't want them to be reinforced. Because, I mean, look at the number of... but, look at all of the traits gained from that. So it's actually probably worth it. General of Infantry. Pass out car. Yeah, kind of worth it. I now have to go through and replenish everyone, though. Which is annoying, because that's 2 turns. So we know when Austria starts now. 2 turns. Oh, wait, I sent the wrong... Oh, no. They're on their way back. Recruitment report. Good. Fleet arrives. Splendid. Selection. Over to here. It's going to be our port. Construction report. Oh, hello. Lots of bits built, which means that we've probably got enough for the new tech. I'll upgrade that while we're here. Navy. Repairs. That can be repaired. That's why we've probably lost some money. We'll send a unit of bowmen to look after it. Keep smashing out bowmen. We've got these guys in here. Let's level them up. Upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that. Just spending all the money. All the moolah, cha-char. There's somewhere I've forgotten to upgrade the infrastructure, I can tell. I know it. I know it's somewhere. I can smell it, but I can't remember where. Let's just take a look. What's his actual title? Absolute monarchy. Because it said Empress for her, didn't it? It just says Monarch. Wait, was that the same thing for her, though? I swear it could have said Empress, though. Oh, he's a minister. Did it say Empress for her? What? No, you're totally an emperor, dude. So we need to decide what we're doing with this army. We're going to link up with these troops. We've got slightly extra ones now, which could be useful. We can at least leave them defending the bridge. But do we send them down here to the Crimea, or do we do something else with them? So I'll let you guys decide, because we are cusping on Austria. Cusping. But I'm going to need to do probably 2 quick end turns to let these guys replenish up before we launch headlong into that. But I'll do that behind the scenes. 53 will be Austria. We've got a little bit of money, so I'm just going to spam out a few more Kurdish hillmen here. Throw them somewhere later on. I really need you guys to get on a ship and go and kill Right, well, until next time, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride and join the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, XMG, Green Man Gaming, and GT Omega Racing. Until next time, and the operation against the Austrians, vote down below in the description. Ciao for now.